So, good morning students, welcome to business studies class. Okay, chapter that is internal trade. It's the 10th chapter as per your textbook and 7th chapter for you for this academic year. That's what you call the internal trade. So, just we will refresh what we have studied in the previous class. Okay. So, if you have studied what is the meaning of internal trade, then types of internal trade, wholesale trade and retail trade, then the meaning of wholesale trading, then retail trading, the meaning of wholesaler and retailer. So, then we have studied the services given by the wholesaler to the manufacturer as well as to the what do you call the retailer. That is the concept of things we have studied in our previous class. So, as you know, on the basis of the geographical location of buyers and sellers, I repeat, on the basis of the geographical the location of buyers and sellers, we can divide trade into two types. First one, internal trade is the internal trade and second one, external trade. So, on the basis of geographical location, we have divided trade into two types. So, internal trade and external trade. So, when you come to meaning of internal trade, that is the trade within a geographical boundary or within the country. So, trade, if the trade is taking place within the country, so it is called internal trade. If the business is taking place or trade is taking place between two countries or more than two countries, it is called external trade. So, when you come to external trade, the trade between two geographical boundaries, the concept of meaning we have studied in our last class. Okay, so first class of internal trade, today is the second class. Okay, so that's a thing, internal trade and external trade. Again, on internal trade we have studied, again there are two types. First one, so we divided the trade on the basis of size of dealing. The internal trade can be divided into two types, wholesale trade and retail trade. One is the wholesale trade and the retail trade. So, this is the first type of internal trade, wholesale trade. Second one, retail trading or retail trade. So, now what is the meaning of wholesale trade? The wholesale trade means it's the activity of buying the goods from the manufacturers in bulk size or in the large quantity, then sell it to the retailers in comparatively smaller quantity. That is what we call the wholesale trading, buying in large quantity from the manufacturers, then sell it to the retailer in a small quantity. That is what we call the meaning of wholesale trading. Then who is a wholesale trader? Is the person who performs the activity of wholesale trading, then he is called wholesaler. So, then we have studied the meaning of retail trade and retail trader. What is the meaning of retail trade now? It is the activity of buying goods from the manufacturer, from the wholesaler, then sell it to the customer. It is the work of the retailer, the activity of buying the product from wholesaler, then sell it to the ultimate consumer. It is the activity of retailer. Now, we say retailer. The retailer is the person who buys the product from the wholesaler, then he sells it to the ultimate consumer, then he is called a retail trader. Then I mentioned some more things there. One thing is, when you come to distribution channel, some channels are very long, some channels are very short distribution channel. When you come to manufacturers, then you have if you have the agent, then the wholesaler, then the retailer, then the ultimate consumer. It is one of the bigger or longer distribution channel, from the manufacturer, then to the agent, then to the wholesaler, then retailer, then to the consumer. So, that takes too much time. when you come to the longer distribution channel. So, we have one more distribution channel, there we have only wholesaler and retailer as a middleman. From the manufacturer, goods comes to wholesaler, then to the retailer, then to the ultimate consumer. It is another distribution channel. One more channel is there, that is right from the manufacturer, then goods goes to the retailer, then to the ultimate consumer. So, one more is there, very short distribution channel, that is what we call manufacturers to ultimate consumer. Okay, these are all some distribution channel. So, in all the cases, in all the distribution channels, as you know, the retailer and the wholesaler, they are the middlemen, they are like a broker. When you come to wholesaler, they are the link between retailer and the manufacturers. Okay, when you come to wholesaler, they are the link between the retailer and the manufacturer. On the other hand, when you come to retail trader is the link between the manufacturers and the consumers, because when you come to retailer, they have the close contact with the consumers. Okay, they have the face-to-face contact, they have very near contact with the customers. Is one more advantage to the retail trader for in the trading. Okay, that is the point. In all the cases, in all the distribution channels, the retailers and the wholesalers, they are the link, they are the what do you call brokers, or they are the link between two parties. Okay, this is a concept we studied in our previous classes. One more thing we have studied there, the services given by the wholesaler to the party, to the manufacturer as well as to the retailer. They perform some activity on behalf of the manufacturers, they do some work. On behalf of retailer, the wholesaler, they perform some duty. They help both the parties in the trading activity. That is the thing we have studied in our last class. Okay, so move on to next one. The retail trade is the concept for today's class. The retail trade, then services of retail trader to the manufacturer and to the wholesaler. Okay, when you come to retail trade, manufacturers and wholesalers, they are the superior to the retail trader, but consumers, they are the subordinates to the retail trade. Okay, the services given by the retail trader to the manufacturer as well as to the wholesaler. Now, the first service, help in distribution of goods. Second one, personal selling. Third one, enabling large scale production, operation or production. Then fourth one, collecting market information. Then fifth one, help in promotion. So, one more thing is here, the services of retail trader to the consumer. So, first one, regular availability of product, then new product information, then convenience in buying, wide selection, after sale services, then provide credit facilities. Are all the things or services given by the retailer to the manufacturer, wholesaler and the consumer. Okay, let us continue one by one. Now, what is the meaning of retail trade? As we studied, the retail trade is the activity of buying the product from the wholesaler in a large quantity, then sell it according to the demand of the consumer in a very small quantity is what you call the retail trading. Then the person who is trading or performing the trading work, then he is called retail trader, then he is also one of the middlemen in the distribution channel. Now, come to the services, some functions or services given by the retailer, some advantages of retailer to the manufacturers as well as to the wholesaler. Okay, then come to the first one, help in distribution of goods. So, nowadays the production of goods is not at all a problem, it is not a big task. So, anybody, so in any location they can produce anything, but the question is how we are going to sell the product. The selling, I mean the selling of goods is not a what you call joke. It's a very tedious work. It's a problematic work. We have to give utmost attention. We have to prepare the strategies or techniques. Then we have to convince the people. We have to induce the people to buy the product. That's very important things. That's why I say. So, anybody can produce the goods, but the thing is it's very difficult to sell the product. So, help in distribution of goods. Now, the retailer he undertakes to sell the product to the ultimate consumers. Now, the manufacturers and wholesaler they are relieved from the distribution of product or the work. I repeat, is the service given by the retail trader. First one, retail trader helps to the manufacturers and wholesaler in distribution of goods. The retail trader he purchases goods from the manufacturers or from the wholesaler, then he undertakes of sale of goods to the ultimate consumer. Now, the wholesaler and the manufacturer they relieved from the burden of the sale of product, because without sale of product, if our product is not selling, so we are not in the position to sale of any goods, so then there is no need of production. For the continuous production there should be continuous selling. Without continuous selling there is no continuous production. That is the thing, that is the first service given by the retail trader. Then second one, personal selling. For the purpose of the selling of product, the retail trader he goes for door to door as a personal seller, then that helps in the actualization of sales. When we come to actualization of sales means the sale of product, actual sale of product, there is one more thing or service given by the retailer. He sells product in a door to door facility or in the program. That is one more thing. Then enabling large scale operation. Retail trader he works with the small quantity. He purchases in bulk from the wholesaler, then sell it to the consumer in a very small quantity. So, here the retailer he undertakes the goods for production for the sale of goods. So, in a small quantity, so that the manufacturers and wholesaler they can concentrate only on large scale production or the large scale operation. Here the manufacturers they can concentrate only to the large scale production, they can concentrate wholesaler they can concentrate only on the large scale operation. As you know, both the parties dealing with the large quantity, when a retailer is dealing with the small quantity. That is the third one. Then fourth one, collecting market information. Now, retail trader he collects the market information, then he gives that information to the wholesaler and to the manufacturer, because he is the person. The retail trader he has the close contact with the consumers. He knows what is the taste, what is the preference, what is the likes, what is the trend in the consumers, trend like and preference of the consumers. So, he collects all the information, then he passes that information to the manufacturers or the wholesaler, so that they can produce the goods according to the preference of the consumers. Then fifth one, help in promotion. Now, the wholesaler or the manufacturers, so they do several things for the promotion of their product. There may be the discount or the giving free gift, or what do you call gift in the discount in the quantity, whatever the things the retailer has to participate in the promotion activity. If retailer does not participate in the promotion activity, then so no one can sell the product. It is a very difficult task. There is a reason. So, help in promotion, even the retailer they helps the manufacturers and the wholesaler for the promotion of activity. So, what is the importance of promotion? We need promotion just for convincing, just for persuading, just for attracting the customer. to buy their product. There is the importance of the promotion. Okay, that is the services of retailer to the manufacturer as well as to the wholesaler. The 5 services. Okay, then move on to next thing, the services of retailer to the consumer. The some services also given to the consumers. First one, regular availability of product. Now retailer, he purchases product from various manufacturers, then he stores it in his shop in a small quantity. Whenever demand comes, whenever customer comes, then he sells his product. So regular availability of product to the consumers is the first service given by the retailer to the consumer. Next one, new product information. Whenever company come up with a new product, whenever they produce a new product, the company produces a new product, then ultimately the retailer, he gives information to the consumer, okay, the new product is came, new product came, that is the thing. New product information, he gives the product information, new product information to the consumers. Then third one, convenience in buying. Now the retail shops are situated very near to the customer. They open their shop for a long time, for example morning 8 to evening 8. So it is very easy or convenient to the consumer to buy the product. This is also third one, convenience in buying. Then wide selection, that is again the service given by the retailer. The consumers, they get wide selection, they have the chance to select out of the variety of items, because when you come to wide selection, the retailer, they purchase product from the various manufacturers or different manufacturers. For example, if he purchases pen from the different companies, that time, so that the consumers, they get a wide selection option, they purchase anything out of the variety of product. It is again the facility given by retailer to the consumer. Next one, after sales services, it is very important one. Okay, just selling a product is not a problem sometimes, but we have to give the regular service to ensure for repetition of sale or repetition of demand. If sometimes it's happen, we can sell the product to the consumer. If we don't have after sale services, again next time he won't purchase anything from our shop. There is a problem. The after sale services providing goes to the doorstep, then giving the component or equipment whenever they need, then provide repair services, then that ensures the repetition of purchase or repetition of demand. That is the thing, after sale services, providing services after the sale of the product. For example, with the TV or the washing machine or any other electric or electronic appliances, there must be after sales services. Then next one, provide credit facilities. Sometimes the retailer, they extend the credit to the regular customers. It is also one facility given by the retailer to the consumer. Okay, these are all the 6 services of retailer to the consumer. In next class, we will study the types of retail trade. Okay, again just have a glance on this. We studied the retail trade, the meaning of retail trade, then services given by retailer to the manufacturers as well as to the wholesaler. First one, help in distribution of goods. Second one, personal selling. Third one, enabling large scale operation. Fourth one, collecting market information. Then fifth one, help in promotion. These are all the services given by the retail trader to the manufacturers as well as to the wholesaler. So then we studied services given by the retailer to the consumer. First one, regular availability of product. then new product information, convenience in buying, then wide selection, after sales services, provide credit facilities are all the things we have studied in our today's class. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next class.